I need you calm. Okay, no matter what happens, you gotta stay calm.
I told you I don't know these movies. I don't ask me about something I do know. Ask me about It Follows. Ask me about Hereditary. Ask me about The Witch.
Hello, everybody. There is not a more fitting episode to close out the year with than to see if we will crown a new singles champion. We will start next year with crowning our inaugural teams champion, but this year, to end 2023, we are all about the singles champion. In his first defense, Luis Bus, the new credible German threat that we all have been fearing for decades, is here. His challenger, Jeremy the Adam Adams. And we'll just spare no time. We'll bring in the challenger first. Jeremy, you made it here. You undefeated thus far in the new iteration of the league, beating your partner, Hunter the Hitman Chambliss, to earn your right in this match. How are you feeling this evening, sir?
I'm just feeling good to be here. I really didn't expect this at all coming into singles, and I feel good that luck's been on my side to get to this point, and it's just an honor to face Luis because he's a well-deserving champion, and I'm just hoping to get through this match, but I'm feeling a little terrified, a little like I might want to scream, and many other horror franchise titles are what I'm feeling, so I'm going to do what I can.
This is a safe place to scream. It's a safe place to feel scared. 5 rounds format. How you feeling about that?
I'm going to do my best.
All right. Well, that's all we can expect of you. With that being said, let's bring in the champ. In his first defense, Luis Bus. No real nickname, but I just call him the new German threat. Luis Bus.
Yikes.
Luis, how are you feeling in your first defense?
I'm feeling, I don't know how to feel about this nickname. Maybe we'll work something else off screen. I don't know about that, man. Otherwise, I kind of feel like Jeremy. I had the championship match and somehow I won, and now I'm here and I'm playing Jeremy, and it's kind of terrifying, kind of overwhelming, but I guess we'll see.
Well, if you're fans of the channel, you know how this works. If it's not, it's 5 rounds in this championship match. Normally 3 rounds. Today we're doing 5 rounds in championship singles. Round 1 works a little bit like this. It is still a speed round. The contestants have chosen 4 categories apiece. Jeremy gave me 4. Luis gave me 4. I wrote 8 questions. We'll go back and forth between their choices. Each question will be asked. They'll have 10 seconds to write their answers down. They'll list their boards 1 through 8. I'll go through each question 10 seconds at a time. If they get all 8 questions right, there's a 9th bonus question available. Since this is a championship match, each contestant has 4 repeats and a challenge to utilize throughout the competition. In round 1, if you'd like to use a repeat, you can wait to the end of all the questions being asked. You can use your repeat. I'll add 20 seconds to the total clock, and I'll repeat any questions you want at that time. Any questions before we get started?
No,
good luck,
sir. Good luck to you too, man.
Your first question comes in the category of the 1970s. In what 1970s movie does Roman Polanski direct himself in the title role? Your second question, in foreign language horror, what is the mother's profession or former profession in the original Goodnight Mommy? Moving on to Stephen King. In which East Coast city does The Ledge portion of Cat's Eye take place? I apologize for putting U.S. geography in this. Your fourth question. Directors. Who directed 2013's Mama? Number 5, in movie release dates, name either year in the 1980s where a Friday the 13th film was not released. Moving on to the 1980s, what instrument does John Blaylock primarily play in The Hunger? Horror comedies, what kind of animal is Willy in Willy's Wonderland? Your final question in the 2010s, who plays the titular role in The Babysitter? Time will come to an end unless you want to use a repeat in 5.
I want to use a repeat, please.
Okay, which question are we repeating?
The fourth one, please.
In directors, who directed 2013's Mama? 20 seconds. And time will run out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with the champ, Luis. Let's see your answers.
All right. So first one, I guessed Repulsion. Second one, I said she was an actress. Third one, I didn't know. Fourth one, I didn't know. I guessed for Friday the 13th, 1985. I said he plays guitar. I said fucking Willy is a chicken, and Samara Weaving is in The Babysitter.
And Jeremy.
The Tenant, Nurse, New York City, didn't have it. 1983, Cello, Rat, didn't have it.
All right. At the end of round 1, I have Jeremy in the lead, score of 3-2. Let's go over those answers. Roman Polanski does direct himself as the Tenant in The Tenant. In Goodnight Mommy, she's a television personality / actress. I would be very liberal with that answer. She is an actress in that movie. The Ledge takes place in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Andy Muschietti directed
I can remember his name.
Mama.
No, it was the It guy.
Yeah. For the movie release dates, 1983 or 1987 are both acceptable answers. David Bowie's character does play the cello in The Hunger. Willy is a weasel, and Samara Weaving is the babysitter. So with that being said, we are going to move on to round number 2. Round 2 is our wheel round. All those categories you talked about, all 8 of them, they're on a wheel now. There's also spinner's choice and opponent's choice. The player in the lead, in that case, it's Jeremy. He can choose whether he wants to spin first or defer to Luis to spin first. They'll spin the wheel. If they like what they get, they can pick it, or they can do one respin, which they'll have to take the category that lands on. What happens is 5 questions, multiple choice, worth 2 points apiece. You can check down, so the question is worth 1 point apiece. However, steals are available. If you get it wrong with the 2 points, you can steal for 2 points. You get it wrong for 1 point, they can steal for 1 point. Jeremy, would you like to spin first or second? And I will go over the categories we have on the wheel today. 1970s, foreign language horror, Stephen King, directors, movie release dates, 1980s, horror comedies, 2010s, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice. Would you like to spin first or defer to Luis?
I'll go first.
Okay, your first spin. It lands on directors. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right. Let's remove that. Let's bring over these directors. Your first question in directors. To date, what was the last movie directed by Clive Barker?
I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Gods and Monsters, B, Lord of Illusions, C, Nightbreed, or D, Hellraiser Bloodline?
Lord of Illusions.
That is correct for a point. Your second question. Who is the only director to direct multiple movies in the Insidious franchise?
It's
5, 4.
James Wan.
James Wan is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who directed Bone Tomahawk?
Damn. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jason Eisner, B, Joe Begos, C. S. Craig Zahler, or D. Joseph Kahn?
C.
That is correct. Your fourth question. David Slade directed what 2000s vampire movie?
30 Days of Night.
That is correct. And your final question. What special effects master directed the Night of the Living Dead remake?
It's like I know all the answers and then I blank on the names of who the people are.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's go multiple.
All right. Is it A, Greg Nicotero, B, Tom Savini, C, Stan Winston, or D, John Carl Buechler?
Tom Savini.
Tom Savini did direct that movie. That's correct. Jeremy getting his score up to 10. Luis still at 2, but we'll spin that wheel. Bring that wheel back in. Luis, you ready for your first spin?
Yes.
And it's away. It lands on Spinner's Choice. All right. So do you need to hear the categories again?
Yes, please.
All right. Remaining at the 1970s, foreign language horror, Stephen King, movie release dates, 1980s, horror comedies, and 2010s.
I'll take the 2010s.
2010s. All right. Your first question in the 2010s. What does Max destroy in Krampus, signifying that he has lost his Christmas spirit?
Oh, yeah, right. Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, a gingerbread house, B, his letter to Santa Claus, C, a Christmas ornament, or D, his family's stockings?
B.
It is. He rips up that letter to Santa and throws it out the window. That is correct. Your second question. Who plays Andy Rose, the man carrying his baby to safety in Cargo?
That's Martin Freeman.
That's correct. Your third question. How did Chris's mother die when he was a child in Get Out?
Multiple, please.
Is it A, suicide, B, cancer, C, car accident, or D, fire?
Fire.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Jeremy. Is it A, suicide, B, cancer, C, car accident, or D, fire?
Car accident.
She does die in a car accident. That is correct. Your fourth question in 2010s. What second-generation director directed Assassination Nation?
That's Sam Levinson.
That is correct. And your final question in the 2010s. How many female assistants do the Ladomas family have in Ready or Not?
3.
That is correct. And they all die horribly. All right. We are moving on to round number 3. Jeremy in the lead, 11-9. Round 3, special for this type of match. It is the deep cut round. Before this match started, I gave both these gentlemen a movie to watch. It's Malignant from 2020. The recent Malignant, not the old one. 3 questions were 2, 3, and 5 points. 15 seconds apiece to answer. It is a whiteboard round. No penalties for getting the wrong answers. Just answer the questions to the best of your ability. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Your first question for 2 points. Who is the first of the former doctors of Simeon Research Hospital to be killed? And just doctor in their last name is fine. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Luis.
Was it something like Dr. Weissner? I don't know. Didn't get
Very close. Jeremy.
I didn't have it.
Dr. Weaver. Dr. Weaver
That's right.
is the first one to die. For 3 points. Why doesn't Sydney's key to Madison's house work when she goes to check up on her? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeremy.
I just said the lock was changed.
And Luis.
I said because the door was barricaded.
Luis is correct. She installed extra locks.
Yeah.
For 5 points, what is the name of the agency that set up Madison's adoption? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Luis.
Didn't have it.
Jeremy.
I didn't have it. I just said Simeon.
It is the Guiding Light Adoption Agency. I would have just accepted Guiding Light. With that, Luis takes the lead. Now it's 12-11. Moving on to round number 4. Round 4 is our list round. I have one question. That question has multiple answers. I'm going to give these guys a minute after I read the question to write down as many answers as they can. The maximum amount of points they can score is 10. However, for every incorrect answer they write on their board, they will lose a point. So it is the correct answers minus the incorrect answers, and that will be added to their point total. Okay, guys. Are you ready for this question? And you will have a minute to answer it.
Okay.
There are 21 different answers that I will accept for this question. Name any horror film produced by Blumhouse that was released in either 2022 or 2023. There's quite a few that I didn't realize were Blumhouse releases, but I suppose they are. We're coming up on 30 seconds left. $15 seconds left. If we want to use a repeat, it will add 20 seconds to the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jeremy first this time.
Very bad. I had Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, Megan, and Candyman.
All right. With that, only one of those movies was released by Blumhouse, Megan. So no points for you this round. Luis.
Five Nights at Freddy's, Insidious The Red Door, Halloween Ends, and Exorcist Believer.
All 4 of those are Blumhouse releases. That is correct. I will give you the entire list of 21 movies that were acceptable. The Black Phone, Dashcam, The Exorcist Believer, Firestarter, Five Nights at Freddy's, Halloween Ends, Insidious The Red Door, Megan, Mr. Harrigan's Phone, Nanny, The Passenger, Run Sweetheart Run, Sick, Soft and Quiet, There's Something Wrong with the Children, They, Them, Torn Hearts, Totally Unhuman, Unseen, and The Visitor. All Blumhouse releases of the last 24 months. That being said, we're going to move on to the final round, which is the Austin Paz Howell Memorial Synopsis round. These guys will spin a different wheel. There's 5 categories in that wheel. The categories today: 1970s, 1980s, 2010s, foreign language horror, and zombies and other undead. Luis is in the lead. He can choose if he wants to spin first or second. The contestants will spin the wheel 3 times to get a 2-point question, a 3-point question, and a 5-point question. There's 1 respin available if they don't like their spins. And then play ends when either I run out of questions or somebody's mathematically eliminated. So, Luis, would you like to spin your spins first or have Jeremy spin his first?
I would like to spin first, please.
Okay. Let's add that wheel. Like I said, categories today: 70s, 80s, 2010s, foreign language horror, zombies and other undead. Here is your 2-point spin. First category is the 80s. You want to keep that?
Yes, please.
All right. Your 3-pointer. Also the 80s. Do you want to keep that?
Yes, I think I'll keep that.
And your 5-pointer. Zombies and other undead. Do you want to keep that?
I want to respin, please.
All right, the 5-pointer you must take then is the 70s. All right, Jeremy, your 2-pointer.
Okay.
And you get the 70s. Do you want to keep that?
Yes.
Your 3-pointer. The 70s. Do you want to keep that?
Yeah.
And your 5-pointer, hopefully it's not the 70s because you can't have that. You get foreign language horror. Do you want to keep that?
Respin.
Your respin for what you must take. The 80s. So it is 80s, 80s, 70s, and 70s, 70s, 80s. What a could not have planned that better. All right, let's stop that. Jeremy, you are behind. The score right now is Luis has 16. You have 11. So we will start asking you questions in the synopsis round. Are you ready for your 2-pointer in the 1970s?
Mm-hmm.
Are you 2-pointer? Mysterious deaths surround an American ambassador. Could the child that he is raising actually be the devil's own son?
The Omen.
No hesitation. The Omen. That is, 2-pointers are meant to be easy. Your 3-pointer in the 1970s to tie it up. A psychopathic killer terrorizes a babysitter, then returns 7 years later to menace her again. Name
When a Stranger Calls.
That is also correct. All right. Since we're tied right now and Luis has more questions left, I'm going to ask him his 2-pointer in the 1980s. Are you ready, Luis?
Yes.
A nerdy florist finds his chance for success and romance with the help of a giant man-eating plant who demands to be fed. Name that movie.
Little Shop of Horrors.
That is correct. All right, so we're going to go back over to Jeremy for his 5-pointer in the 1980s, which he must hit to kick it back over to Luis. Are you ready, Jeremy?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. For 5 points in the 1980s, a boy kills a man and accuses his twin brother of the murder, and the innocent brother ends up institutionalized while his psychotic twin goes free. 10 years later, the innocent twin escapes, which triggers his brother into killing again. Name that movie. Five.
Yeah. Repeat.
That's your first repeat. A boy kills a man and accuses his twin brother of the murder, and the innocent brother ends up institutionalized while his psychotic twin goes free. 10 years later, the innocent twin escapes, which triggers his brother into killing again. Name that movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull this one. Great game, Louise. I'll just say Jack's back. I don't know.
And your winner, and still the Why We Love Horror Trivia Champion, Luis Boost. That movie is Blood Rage. Blood Rage. Definitely worth checking out. Funny little slasher from the 80s. That being said, we'll go to post-match interviews, starting with Jeremy. Jeremy, I think it was just the introduction of these new rounds that kind of tripped you up because you were in the lead before those came into play. But like I said, great run getting here, and I'm sure we're going to see you in another title picture soon. But how are you feeling right now?
I feel really great. You know, all I really wanted was to have a good match and have it go down to the end, and I did that. You know, it wasn't a TKO or anything, and yeah, those first 2 rounds I did well, and that's better than I can say for the last match I played in this league. So I feel really good. But yeah, Luis he's a great player. You know, he's awesome on those extra rounds. You know, he's done this before, this championship round, and I think, you know, if I ever get another shot at the 5 rounds, I'll be a little more prepared next time, kind of know what I'm walking into a little more, and maybe not quite so nervous, because I was like Tom Savini and things were just like, I knew it, but it just wasn't jumping into my head because I'm like really nervous. It's like,
and you do play a lot of trivia, so I understand you're spread a little thinner than most people. So we just appreciate having you. You are a great competitor, and between your team with Hunter and you playing so well, we're going to see you probably pretty early next year. So thank you, Jeremy, for being here. All right. That being said, we'll drop Jeremy back, bring in, and still champion, Luis Boost. Teaming with Anthony, has it wrecked your confidence? Because you did not seem confident going into this match.
Yeah, that's all Anthony's fault. No, to be honest. I'm always nervous about these things because, like I said in the last match, I think the upper echelon of players are all pretty great, and I don't think, I did well in the free-for-all, I did well in the match against Anthony, but I think I did not have that great performance yet in Why We Love Horror. So I don't know. And I think unless I have that really great performance, which is like, oh yeah, that's a great performance, I think I will always be nervous ahead of these matches. And yeah, because Jeremy is a great player, like I said beforehand. And yeah, so I was very nervous. I was very happy about the result now, even though Jeremy played great. I mean, he really made me sweat there after these first 2 rounds. But yeah, I think especially the 4th round kind of saved my ass there.
Yeah. With that being said, I think in the beginning of the new year, we're going to have a small little picture with all these undefeated players that remain. Shannon's undefeated, Dylan's undefeated, Abby's undefeated. A few of the newer players are also undefeated, but I'm not going to count them. Maybe a title picture with those people. Anybody out of those undefeated folks who you'd like to play?
I mean, I really want to play Abby, I guess, because she's also a fellow Fun DMC. And I think the match we had against her and Aaron was really fun. So why not give her a title shot if she manages to get there?
I will rig that match so Abby wins.
Yeah.
No problem. We'll make that happen. All right. With that being said, we'll drop Luis to the back. Always a pleasure having him. And we'll close this out for today. If you made it this far in the video, we're bringing fresh horror content every week. I'm not taking any weeks off. We're going all the way through. We're never stopping. Like, subscribe, comment, share, join the Facebook group. Drop me a message at WWLHorror@gmail.com. Stop copyright striking my other videos. I'll kill you. That being said, there's plenty more content on this channel every Monday. John Versus this coming Monday. Myself, Joe Harrison, recovering When Looks Kill. I imagine it's going to be very bad. I imagine we're going to say horrible things about it. Next Thursday, myself, Abby, and Aaron, we're going to go over our top 10 most anticipated movies that are allegedly coming out in 2024. We might be wrong about some of them, but these are allegedly coming out, and we're going to talk about that. Next week, here, Why We Love Horror Trivia, it's the Teams Championship, the first match of the new year, as the loved ones, Abby, Aaron Brooks, they're married. Kerry, Chadwick Webb, they're married. Hale Paymon, they're playing. Which couple reigns supreme? Which couple do you like best? Get in those comments. Until next time, though, I'm John. This is Why We Love Horror Trivia, and we appreciate you.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!